All right, next up, we've got the righty to my lefty. My fellow spokesman for Uniball Pens, Justin Burke-Bickler, everyone. I just want to remember what it feels like to have two testicles on stage. You complete me.
Now, this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down. And I'd like to take a moment, just sit right there, and I'll tell you the story of how I became the Uniball heir. A fateful morning, I remember it so well, it was the beginning of my own personal hell. I stood there in the hot, steamy shower, soaping up, fresh as a flower. My hands, they began to wander so slowly south. It's not that kind of story. Please shut your mouth. It was just time for me to perform my monthly self-check. Wait, you don't know how? What the heck? Firmly but gently, grip your left ball, roll it around. That's really all. Switch it on over, now it's on to righty. Grabbing life by the balls, sure is mighty. I felt something wrong that fateful October morning. Alarms went off in my head, an early warning. It should have been smooth, nothing much to see, but there was something hard, in the shape of a P. So I called and I made an appointment with my doc. I said I needed her to check out just below my cocky was not how I was feeling just then. I knew that testicular lumps didn't bode well for young men. I walked into the office and I dropped my pants. Magic Mike himself would have been so proud of my dance. She examined me and said, yes, there's something hard. Then she took off those gloves and threw them away to discard. Let's get you an ultrasound, she quickly said. Can we do it right now, is what I had in my head. A wand, some jelly, a computer screen. Still not that kind of story. No need to turn green. She wanted my nuts, one at a time. Then she handed me a towel to wipe off the slime. Still not that kind of story. She looked at me with the grim face of a tech, and she said, I need to talk to the doctor. Just give me a sec. Later that day, I received a call. We have found there's a mass on your left ball. Finally, I had an answer at last. What's next? I simply asked. It could be a cyst, or it could be an infection, or it could be a cyst, but I'm going to have to send you to a urologist. I went to the doctor and forgot my line. I met him the next day, and he gave me a straight answer. There's no easy way to say this, but you have cancer. This couldn't be right. He must be some sort of quack. He said, it's hard, I understand, but there's cancer in your sac. I knew I had no choice. I just had to accept it. There'd now be one less pilot in my cockpit. The surgery is past, and they took out my left nut right through an incision just above my gut. It followed with an X-ray and a CT, but this journey was just getting started for me. I'll never forget these next words he said. I'm sorry to tell you this, but the cancer has spread. Onward to chemo, a cocktail of drugs. It'd wipe out those cancerous thugs. For 10 weeks, I completed 21 rounds, somehow managing to gain over 10 pounds. My beautiful hair, from my head it fell, but finally it was over, and I rang that bell. More scans, more waiting until one March day. I really hoped chemo had gone my way. You're all clear, you're in remission. But that was just part of a very important mission. I write about balls and men's health. My ball plugs are plenty. It's a special kind of wealth. I talk, I tweet, I post on the grams. It's all for a cause, my fine sirs and ma'ams. Men need to open up and talk about their health, and I do it with humor. Some even say I have a ballsy sense of tumor. I'll close here because I've exceeded my time, I see, and I'll ask one simple favor. Let's talk about men's health and never waver. Thank you.
Justin Burke-Bickler, everyone. Oh man, it's like the Dr. Seuss of testicular cancer.